This is an Arc Analysis.
This is Arc Analysis.
This is an Arc Analysis.
This is Arc Analysis.
And we are the Comic Patrol.
Vision, Volume 1. Little Worse Than a Man. Published by Marvel, 2016. Written by Tom King. Drawn by Gabriel Hernandez Walta. Vision is trying his best to have a normal family. The one he created. And even with them following the guidelines of the nuclear family, there comes all sorts of issues that nobody could predict. When this book first came out, I remember rave reviews about it. Let me take that back. I think I read one issue, the first issue, back in 2016, which is like 9 years ago now. And people were just raving about this. I didn't really get it. But going back now, I'm reading. It's like, yeah, I kind of get. There's a vibe here. It's dark, eerie.
Do you remember what else you were reading during that time?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
The Deadly Class was in there for sure. Turtles was in there. The rest. What was 2016? What would that be? Probably some Uncanny X-Force. Probably more actiony stuff.
Sure. Yeah, because this is definitely a study of relationships and what it means to be a family and what it means to protect a family.
But then the ending to the first issue was a bang. So I don't know. I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, you didn't make it up. Oh, the first issue. Yeah.
The very first issue, right?
Yeah.
With
Grim
when
Reaper.
Reaper shows up and
yeah. Out of nowhere. That's why I thought it was going a completely different way. Because first issue, they're really building towards like the Waltons or like the Beavers. Like they have like the storybook life would look like. The only difference is like they're all synthetics and like they look weird. So if you can get past that, they're trying to live the storybook life of just a nuclear family, 2.5 children, actually just 2 children, like lovely house in the nice little suburbs. And his day job happens to be Avenger, right?
Yep.
It's really everything that happens when I take off the cape. And one could say that's kind of boring and it's kind of subdued, but that's all played to the reveals that happen and how this family has to hold on. We're not spoiling this, are we?
No. Bits and pieces. Like the Grim Reaper we spoil, but we're not going. Well,
he's in it.
We'll see. We'll see where the conversation takes us. We haven't decided if we're going to spoil it or not.
I did not know Grim Reaper was related to Simon Williams.
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, that's why he came after Vision in this, because he's a plot device too. He's a means to an end, but the idea is that he's mad at the Vision for creating a family after he was given the brainwaves of his brother. And Vision's family is Virginia, the wife, Viv, and Vin. All V's, obviously.
And their last name is the Visions. So Vision's name is Vision.
Vision. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Is that what their last name is, or did you just call them that?
Visions is on the mailbox. And there's a later issue. They're like, oh, the Visions. And they're like, so his name is Vision, which is like Mario, which is a movie that we should also review. Talk about the 90s one, because that's the best one.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the Goombas that look like. Anyways, so the conflict here is really, really interesting, because this first volume doesn't really have a villain. It's the conflict of trying to fit in when you can't. Like, they're a family of robots, of androids, and he's trying so hard to have this synthetics, and he's trying so hard to have this real family. So the kids go to school, the wife is stay at home, he does his day job, like you were saying, as an Avenger, and they're all just supposed to fit in with the neighbors and have them cook pies and eat dinner and stuff, but they don't eat, they don't sleep.
And as 2 high school students, right? I think they're sophomores that are going to become juniors. They fly to school, and there's a moment where they're both hovering in front of like the front yard, and they're like, "We are the envy of the world." They say, "No one is better." Like that's their mentality before they even like touch down into school. So like, there's a target on your back. Like this is high school.
Exactly, it's high school. You're not going to last, and they don't. So the fun of this book is just kind of watching how they're trying to force themselves to fit in, and how doing that basically sends them all nuts in different ways.
And whatever the triggers are, right? Like for Vin, it's the Merchant of Venice. Understand the story, and him that book. cool stuff that's happening in that.
That happens in the second volume, but I'll cut that
No,
out. I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out.
Okay, so like he's reading Merchant of Venice, and I really like that Vision is so cognizant of his family that he's like, yo, make sure these kids, even though they're technically twins, have different schedules.
Yeah.
So like that forces them to have to like deal with different kids and like learn different experiences and stuff. And you see how it's kind of night and day for both of them. Finn has an experience where there's like a blonde haired chick who wants to talk to him, and she just holds up a sign and is like, "Are you normal?"
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to process that. And then Viv has a lab partner who takes an interest but like doesn't know how to take an interest, and like that's a slow sort of burn that happens too. School
And
is
then
definitely a plot point for these guys on how they may break or how they may exceed expectations.
and then you have Virginia, who is the one who's home when Grim Reaper shows up, and she kills him.
Yeah.
she kills the Grim Reaper, and then
Rightfully so.
hides the body, and then lies to Vision about it.
Grim Reaper stabs Viv right through the stomach and like not decapitates, what's like severs her body. So like Mama Bear has to react to that, right? Like I don't doubt any of her moves up to the point where until she has to lie to Vision, and like that's where the story starts to change.
Yep. And that's
why? Like why would you lie to him? He's the one dude that could probably protect this.
Exactly, but she wants to maintain the, no pun intended, the vision that she is the perfect wife and they are the perfect family, and because he created them, right? And that's all he wants. He wants a regular, normal, perfect family, but right away they're introduced with this angry Grim Reaper who she has to protect her family for, but she fears Vision wouldn't approve of, and he wouldn't. Right. So she was like, I gotta lie about it now just so he's basically doesn't, I guess, freak out on us, and maybe he's disappointed and maybe he shuts us down. I don't know if she's taking that far, but she doesn't want to disappoint him. Her daughter almost dies for it, but they end up rebuilding her and stuff. But what comes next when she's blackmailed?
I was going to say, the best thing about this book is it follows the trope of every TV show that you saw that, oh no, there's an accidental murder. You had to cover it up. And what happens after that is usually, oh, well, somebody saw you and like now she's getting blackmailed. And the dominoes that fall after this one isolated incident that if you used honesty, you probably would have got out of it.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy chain reaction, but so much shit unfolds that this family is never the same again.
Yeah. And that's the stuff we don't have to spoil, but I think it's important that we get the whole Grim Reaper's death. She discards the body, is then blackmailed for it. And then, like you were saying, it's just dominoes after that just keep falling.
Do you want to bring up Agatha at all? Because she has I don't want to say a strong role in here, but she's kind of pivotal. And that whole Everbloom Blossom is the thing that keeps popping up.
Yeah, which is weird. I didn't understand that at first, but they eventually King does a good job, and I guess Hernandez or Walter as well. They do a good job of explaining it to you throughout the story and both volumes. Because it does. They have all these cool artifacts in their house, the Visions, and one of them is the, what was it called, Everbloom
Blossom.
That was gifted from Agatha. And she plays a part in here because you're able to tell the future with it if you, was it through eating and then death?
You have to do two things. You have to,
what's the word? Yeah.
Through hunger and then after murder. Then you eat it and then you can do more magic stuff with it.
Which ends up being if somebody eats one of the flowers and then dies or is killed, I guess, and then you eat that from them, then you're able to see the future. And what Agatha sees is Vision raising the world. And she's like, oh, that's what brings her into the loop, into the story. It's like, I got to tell somebody, I got to stop it.
Right.
Because Vision it's not even like a crazy future that she sees. Vision has the capabilities and the ability to destroy the world if he sets his mind to it. So she's like, oh, all right, I got to stop that.
He really is his own like doomsday device, right? Like this guy's almost omnipotent.
Yeah. Because he can do anything. He's like almost anything.
Almost anything, yeah.
He phases through things. He's like impenetrable, super strong, super smart.
The laser vision with the crystal.
Yep.
Which I laughed at when he's fighting Giganto, and like he gets a call from his wife, and he's like, "No, wife, I am
That's
listening.
right.
I'm just also fighting Giganto." And I was like, oh, "Okay, like that's hilarious." Like my question is, did they write a normal family conversation and then input how like
Yeah.
robots would talk to each other? Because there's a
Yes.
level of not sarcasm, but
Dry humor.
yeah, it's very dry because he has to be just processing the information as he gets it. He can't be emotional to what's happening, and so many emotional things are happening, and that's kind of what I like about the book. By issues 4, 5, and 6, you get to see like emotions start to bubble up, and it
Mm.
comes out in different ways. Like there's like triple talk where like they just keep repeating the same line, and like it's like they're breaking down,
Yeah.
and the punching of tables, which Virginia does, which is wild.
Yep.
They're just what's it, tense rubber bands when you spin them too tightly, something's got to break.
And they're supposed to be perfect beings. There's no breaking, but as they start to break, they don't want to show that.
Mm-hmm.
So in their conversations, like you're saying, there's like microaggressions, even though they're speaking matter of factly, especially the Vision and Virginia, they're speaking matter of factly to each other. It's like, did you not understand what I just said? Because you didn't reply. He's like, no, I was processing something else. Of course, I heard you. Would you like me to turn up my volume? Like it's like if they go back
Yeah,
and forth. It's kind of
yeah,
like, so to the point when you're asking, do they write regular comment? Absolutely, they must have had regular conversations like written as humans, and they're
yeah.
like, how would a machine say this? And they
Say
just
this,
replaced all the
yeah.
words because it's not really passive aggression. It's micro. It's like it's really well
It's
written.
very, yeah, it's very binary because it's so cold and calculated
There you
that if
go.
somebody
Oh
said
yes,
this to you in real life, you'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But they're robots, so they're just processing it back and forth. But it reads perfectly as like
yeah.
two adults that are in a marriage that are very angry at each other, and they can't express that.
Yes.
They have to bottle it. Did you have a favorite issue in this first run?
That first issue, I loved. I loved that
This was
first issue
really good setup
because
and
it was
like
a
really
great
good
setup,
look
and then
too.
the like we were talking at the top, it was just it went a direction I didn't see coming. It's like, oh wow, and then it sets the tone for the whole rest of the volume, right?
I really loved issue 5, and it's only because, without giving spoilers away, when he's giving his interview and he's going through the 33 times or 32
Oh,
times he
37.
saved the world, 37 times he saved the world.
That was great. Yeah,
They show the paneling's great for that because they show the highlight reel, but it's always like Ultron, Ultron again, Ultron
it's
again,
like five
Ultron
or
again.
six times for
I
Ultron.
laugh so hard at that. It's like, it's true. The worst thing about the Avengers is they keep having to go up against the same sort of problems and the same sort of villains. There's not really a lot that you can invent with this crazy group of superheroes. And the fact that Ultron is always a product of their own demise is like the thing that they created. And again, his father to a larger extent. The fact that he has to keep beating him is so hilarious to me that I really
Yeah.
love that issue. And it's just, without giving spoilers away, like it reminds me of so many TV shows like Dead to Me and stuff. Like there's always a moment where this authority figure has to step in, and then like there's the whole like, okay, I have to tell the story, and then there's a story I have to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have to like find the truth between what actually happened and what I can really reveal, right? And I always like those situations because it's tense and it's always posed as that one person is waiting for you to slip up. But like, how does a robot slip up? A robot can never slip up, and he doesn't, but he does.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one little nugget that, like, oh, even the most infallible object still found a way to like be human, and like that's the genius of this book. This man, well, this thin this synthetic is trying so hard to be perfect that it ends up breaking his one kind of originality and uniqueness. Is like, you're a robot, lean into that, you can do so much more of that, but you're trying to be human and that you're going to get exposed by humans. And that's 6 issues of humans being like, you're different. They're like, no,
Yeah.
wait a minute, no. It's really good, it's really well
That's
balanced.
exactly. And I do like how sometimes his frustration comes out like in little bits. Like whenever he's pressured a bit, he kind of gets indignant. He's like, I'm Vision. I've saved the world 37 times. He's saying it as like a matter of fact, but at the same time, he's using it as a shield. Like when he's talking to the principal, I've saved the world 37 times. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
And as a human, that's like you're saying hubris. But as a machine, he's just stating facts. But we read it as
It's
like,
literally true, yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally true. He did that, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, this guy's swinging his big robot dick around, like, okay, 37 times, right? But he's saying it, so it's interesting reading it one way and then reading it another way. It's so he does have like these like human adjacent emotions that kind of show up, right? It's well written. It's well written.
Spoilers. This is also a book that gets better after you read the second half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that they breadcrumb in this one gets to flourish in the second half. I know we shouldn't be talking about the second half, and you may cut this, but even Sparky, if you want to talk about Sparky, because he gets his origin story in the first half, but for me, really shines in the second.
We rate this on a good or bad basis. Boom being good, Bob being bad, or whoosh for what I just read. Easy boom for me.
Honestly, this is what did I just read? Mm-hmm. But because it's so good, it's a boom.
Yeah.
It's not a whoosh, but like I was not expecting. We've read Vision stories. They're not this.
No. And yeah, we just did a Vision story a few AAs ago.
It's not this.
Not this. And that's what was fun about this is I had no idea what I was getting into. I was like, okay, Vision as a family, what could go wrong?
Everything.
Them being a family is going wrong. Everything, like that's just
everything.
And even like Virginia, when she's like, she starts to get stressed out, and like certain words will repeat 2 or 3 times. Yep. I tried to fix this, and then like during conversation, she'll just, and you can say it's like, I thought it was a typo by the editor. I was like, what is this? I was like, no, she does this over and over again.
What she did to the house, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we're putting in a pool. Like she's up against it.
Yeah.